What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the second episode that we have here for TBC Warrior Tanking Guides. What we're going to talk about today is the spec, talents, the way you spend them. And I'm going to go over first what I have for my talent tree and explain a couple of things about that, and or maybe some options for you depending on how you like to play and or the way you play the game. So real quickly, this is the build that I have here. 5 points in anticipation, shield specialization, 5 points, toughness, 5 points, 1 improved block. I always like to have last stand. Cooldowns are one of the warriors' caveats. You know, there's something that you have that paladins don't really have, druids don't really have. So you have something that you know, you can use from your talents here. You want to make sure you grab that. Defiance. Major one here. It's going to give you 15% increased threat while in defensive stance, and it's also going to give you 6 expertise. Very valuable. Improved Sunder Armor, 1 point in improved shield wall, concussion blow, 3 points in shield mastery, 5 in one-hand specialization, 2 points in defensive stance, or excuse me, improved defensive stance, shield slam. You're going to have that. You're going to have focused rage, 5 points in vitality, and devastate, of course, a ability that you get here in TBC that's new to the warrior class. The Fury tree, simply 5 points in cruelty for 5% extra crit. And then the arms tree, 3 in improved heroic strike, 4 in deflection, 3 in improved thunderclap. Really big ability here as well. Helps keep you alive a little bit more, and it is one of your primary AoE threat abilities that you have in TBC as a protection warrior. And lastly, 1 point into anger management. This is the way that I like to play. It suits me for the most part. I do personally like 2 points in improved shield wall, but I can't get that and get all the other abilities that are there as well. Now here's something that you can consider as you're progressing through your gearing in Burning Crusade. You're going to get higher and higher and higher defense, which your defense cap is 490. Once you get that, what that does is it prevents you from being critically struck by mobs. And it's nice to not have to worry about that. You're still going to have crushing blows, but without having your shield block up, you're going to prevent being critically struck if they just straight hit you versus a blocked attack. Now, once you get your skill, now if you see my defense here is 496. You only need 490. So you can start to reallocate your anticipation points. If you'd like to move some of those, you have an option of tactical mastery or improved blood rage. Either of those, I guess, would depend on how you like to play the game. I personally will probably be sliding some points into tactical mastery when I get a few more pieces of gear here. To me, being able to switch stances, because a lot of times, like I said, the way the macros are set up, if you watched our first episode, you're going to be jumping around different stances by key presses rather than having to actively change your stance, because you've macroed that stance into each ability as necessary. So for instance, in the middle of the fight, if I want to intercept and I have, you know, excess rage, I'm going to end up dumping all but 10 rage unless I have the tactical mastery skill talented. But again, you're not really going to want to move those points until you have, you know, your 490 and or above. Now, the thing is, too, is I often switch around other items to consider for threat, so it drops me down a little bit. There's a few other things I swap around if I need to, just depending upon what's going on. If the fight feels like I need a little more threat, or if we're on trash, different things like that. Now, once you've got your talents sorted out, you're shooting for your defense cap. I don't value defense cap as much as some others do, because you can basically avoid having to have defense cap by keeping your shield block up, right? That's going to push that off the table because you have your block, dodge, parry abilities, and then when you use your improved shield block, it'll push all of that over 100%, or it should if you're itemized properly, and you don't have to worry about getting crit. Now, getting that defense cap is a nice luxury, but I'd shoot for it. I just wouldn't prioritize it over other things, as long as you know what you're doing as far as keeping your shield block up and maintaining your inability to be crit during boss fights. Now, I've read up on different websites, places, some of them popular sources of information, and I tend to disagree with some of the things I see there that they put in the guides, where they're looking at you know, your different pieces, and all they're putting in stamina, 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 stamina. They value stamina very, very highly. One of the suggested gearing and itemizations that they show shows that they have 1.5% hit rating. Now, to me, that's terrible. I always try to maintain my ability to have a hit cap, which you don't see it in here. This is extended character stats, another add-on that I use just to easily see extra stats on my characters. If you look right here in my hit section, it's showing 5.26%. However, that's in addition to I'm wearing the Dreadnought set bonus that gives me 5% hit on Sunder Armor, Devastate, Heroic Strike, Revenge, and Shield Slam. So I'm actually, for my defensive and threat generating abilities, I'm actually at about 10% hit. And you want to meet that 8% minimum is my suggestion. So what I go for would be having your hit and getting as much defense and stamina as you can after that. Because I worry about threat, I worry about my ability to do my job, like missing a Mocking Blow or missing a Shield Slam. It feels bad, it's a waste of rage. And that can cause, you know, people who are very, very zug to pull off of you. So to me, it's like, get your hit capper as close as you can to, then start stacking your defense and stamina in reasonable combination. And when you reach a certain gear level, you can then hit that defense cap, hit that hit rating cap, and still be able to maintain a reasonable health pool for the content you're doing. As well, I'm still wearing this tier set here to maintain the hit, right? There may be, like, for instance, I have this piece here which has, you know, more defense, strength, stam, and I could enchant it with additional defense from the Exalted Rep from Scryer or Aldor, and I'd be able to up my defense even more, but I don't want to lose that set bonus for the hit rating. And as well, when I do get another piece or two, I'm probably going to make a big changeover in my gear, so I'll swap several pieces at one time, and my defense will likely go up more than I needed to, and I'll be able to reallocate those points from from anticipation, reallocate those to tactical mastery and or blood rage, depending on which I prefer. Now, this is my build. There's a few variants in here that you could do. Like I said, you know, some people may not want the improved defensive stance. I have value to it because there's no other way for a warrior to reduce the incoming magic damage you take other than to spell reflect, and you can't always spell reflect all the abilities. So I've seen some people recommend not taking this, and they may want to do something like improved taunt or improved shield bash, or they may shuffle those points around elsewhere. But this is the build I like. I would recommend it to anybody that wants to be a warrior tank. I want to thank you guys for watching our second installment of TBC Warrior Tanking Guide. The next episode, we're going to cover some more details, some more bits and more bits of information about tanking in TBC. I thank you guys for taking the time to watch this. I hope you learned something. I hope it was helpful for you. And remember, don't read everything you see on the internet. No, don't believe everything you read on the internet, particularly when it comes to WoW guides. There's a lot of poor information out there. And this is my take on it. It doesn't mean it's gospel. It doesn't mean it's the best, but it's the way I like to play, and I found it to work very, very well in the time that I've played. So thank you very much again. Don't forget, if you guys enjoyed this, if you have questions, comments, you want to talk about the way you like to spec your character, the way you like to prioritize your stats, feel free to comment that down below, or you can come over to Docken_TV on Twitch. Join us over there. Share what you think about the video, and or feel free to open a discussion up about what I've suggested here. Thank you guys very much. I hope to see you there. Until next time, have a good one.